Hello, podcast listeners. This is Annabelle, the founding and managing partner from the law firm Crefovi, which focuses on advising the creative industries. Today, it's Saturday, the 20th of February 2021, and I want to talk to you about the importance of resting. Resting, R-E-S-T-I-N-G. I don't know if you're like me, but when you love what you're doing, when you love your job, you can get a little bit carried away and tend to work on it, doing it 24/7, 365. And after a while, it's really taking a toll on your health, on your mental health, on your relationships, etc., etc. And I think that the creative industries are particularly prone to complications with excessive stress and excessive energy being spent into carrying out the creative endeavors and purposes, because a lot of people who are creative may fall into the category of bipolar disorder behavior, also called manic depressive, and so a lot of creative people can actually be diagnosed as being manic or hypomanic, and sometimes with some bouts of depression and depressive episodes, and therefore if they have both, the manic where they feel up all the time, and the bouts where they feel down, depressed, this is called bipolar disorder. So the likes of Demi Lovato, Kanye West, and many others have revealed that they were diagnosed with bipolar disorder, and actually there was some press articles this last week just pointing out the fact that there are so many creatives who fall into that category of psychological personality disorders. So I mean, it's not something bad per se. It is what it is, and of course, I'm not saying every creative person is bipolar, but there is a higher tendency in the population which displays an enormous amount of creativity in having this sort of psychiatric troubles. So you have to look after yourself, and you have to know that you are a sensitive soul, in particular to this type of balancing your up energy and your down energy, and that implies that you have to look after yourself. You have to rest. You have to take some times off. You have to practice as much as possible. I mean, when I say you have to, it's best if you if you look after yourself by having, for example, a meditation practice that you develop, also practicing sports, exercising, jogging if you are a very dynamic type, or doing more, spinning or whatever type of exercise you like. Yoga also is a mind-body practice, which is very all-encompassing, because there's also some bouts of meditation in it. So, I mean, for example, I try to get jogging. I mean, to go jogging every day, once in the morning for around an hour, and the evening I usually have 1 hour 15 of yoga, for example. So it's not because of my psychiatric health that I do it, but I see that it improves my mood, it improves my body health, and also my mind. I am a Gemini, so I tend to have lots of it be very much in my head and thinking all the time and racing with my thoughts. And also as a lawyer entrepreneur who manages a law firm between Paris and London, there's a lot to think about. There's a lot to a lot of work to do, etc. So what I'm trying to say is that as a personal example, I'm balancing out of his responsibilities, of his work, this desire to achieve and to do, the best I can, and provide the best legal advice and advice in general to the creative industries, with also looking after myself, taking some time out, resting, and as I said, trying to achieve an excellent health balance by doing lots of exercise, meditation, and as much as I can, healthy food behavior. So, when you are a creative, you're in it for the long haul, right? You don't want your career to shut out at 18 and be dead at 27 years old, like the likes of the Nirvana guy, Kurt Cobain, and so many actually died, and Janis Joplin, and Jimi Hendrix, and also Amy Winehouse. So it's actually called the Club of the 27 years old, because they all died at 27 years old because they didn't look after themselves, and also because a lot of them, like almost all of them that I've just mentioned, were doing drugs. Why? Because they thought, they were basing their assumption that as long as they were doing drugs and taking cocaine and this sort of exciting drugs, then they wouldn't have to do the bit where they'd rest and they'd take some downtime and do the recuperation of a mind, body, and soul time. And so they were, most of them overdosed actually. So, or committed suicide, or had a heart attack, which actually resolved into the heart just stopping beating. So, yeah, taking substances is not going to stop you from doing the resting and the calming time and the me time and the I look after myself time. Quite the opposite, actually. So my piece of advice on this is stay away from all these substances. Even, if it's a one-off, it's just like an experience, because if you try once, there are certain substances you just become so addicted to, even in one go, you just can't stop. So my advice is stay away from them. And good luck with finding your balance, in terms of having a sustained, long and durable creative career, which will involve sometimes where you need to sleep to your 8 or 9 hours per night. You need to rest, you need to eat, you need to exercise, and we will be here to advise you if and when you have some legal needs around the corner. Bye for now.